Audi has just rebuilt one of its most important SUVs from the ground up. And this is not a minor facelift with a larger screen and a few new headlights. This is the third-generation Audi Q7, arriving more than a decade after its predecessor, with a more aggressive design, a completely modernized cabin, seriously powerful engines, and technology that can literally pull the car over and call emergency services if the driver stops responding. But here is the big question. Has Audi finally created the luxury SUV that can take the fight directly to the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE? Let's start with the design, because the new Q7 looks dramatically more confident than the outgoing model. The front end is taller, the grille is larger, and the body now has a much more muscular shape. The rear wheel arches are especially wide, giving the Q7 a planted stance that makes it look tougher and more expensive at the same time. Audi has also adopted split headlights, with slim daytime running lights positioned above the main lighting units. But these are not ordinary lights. The Q7 can project turn signals onto the ground to alert pedestrians and other road users. It can also project warnings onto the road ahead, including alerts for icy conditions, and it gets even smarter. When a passenger is about to open a door, the car can project a warning to approaching road users. At the rear, the lights can warn drivers behind you about accidents or breakdowns ahead. They can even illuminate a warning if another vehicle is following too closely in traffic. Is this becoming a little excessive? But it is also exactly the kind of technology that makes the Q7 feel like a proper next-generation luxury SUV. Now, before we move inside, there is an important detail. The Q7 is no longer Audi's largest SUV. That position will be taken by the upcoming Q9, which is essentially a longer and more spacious sibling designed to compete with the BMW X7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS. The Q7, meanwhile, remains focused on the segment it has occupied for around 2 decades, the space between a premium family SUV and a luxury performance machine. Despite the redesign, its wheelbase remains unchanged at approximately 3 meters. So instead of simply making the car bigger, Audi has worked on making it more refined, more practical, and much more technologically advanced. Step inside, and the cabin feels like a completely different generation. The dashboard is dominated by a large, curved OLED display that combines the digital instrument cluster and infotainment system. The front passenger also gets a separate screen, allowing them to interact with entertainment and vehicle features without distracting the driver. And look up, because the panoramic glass roof has a clever trick. It can switch between transparent and opaque settings in separate sections. The car even remembers your preferred configuration after you turn it off and restart it. Would you actually use this feature every day? But it is one of those details that makes the cabin feel far more special. The Q7 is also still a genuinely practical SUV. In the United States and the United Kingdom, it comes with 3 rows of seats as standard. In some other markets, the standard configuration starts with 2 rows. Buyers can also choose 2 individual second-row seats instead of the traditional bench, creating a more premium 6-seat layout. Cargo capacity reaches up to 722 liters with the rearmost seats folded, while the maximum storage space approaches 2,000 liters depending on the seating configuration. So yes, the new Q7 can carry your family, your luggage, and probably far more gear than you actually need for a weekend trip. But now let's talk about the part enthusiasts care about most: the engines. The available powertrains will depend heavily on the market. In the UK, the Q7 launches with a 3.0-liter turbocharged diesel V6 producing 295 horsepower and 630 newton-meters of torque. It also receives mild hybrid assistance, adding extra responsiveness and helping improve efficiency. In the United States, the entry-level 4-cylinder engine is gone. Instead, the standard Q7 gets a 2.9-liter gasoline V6 producing 429 horsepower. That is enough to send this large SUV from 0 to 60 miles per hour, or around 97 kilometers per hour, in just 4.8 seconds. That is already properly quick. But the SQ7 takes things to another level. It uses a 4.0-liter V8 producing 591 horsepower, a major jump over the previous version. The result? 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.7 seconds. This is a large luxury SUV with space for a family, a panoramic roof, massage seats, and almost 2,000 liters of cargo room. Yet it can accelerate like a serious sports car. Would you take the SQ7 over a dedicated performance coupe? That is a difficult question. Audi has also equipped the new Q7 with adaptive air suspension, electronically controlled damping, permanent all-wheel drive, and all-wheel steering. The suspension can use route information to prepare the vehicle for upcoming obstacles, including railway crossings. It can also lower the body to make entry and exit easier. And then we reach one of the most impressive safety features. The Q7 can memorize up to 5 parking maneuvers, each covering distances of up to 200 meters. It can reverse automatically for stretches of up to 50 meters. But more importantly, If the driver becomes unresponsive, the vehicle can move itself safely onto the shoulder of the road and contact emergency services. That is not a gimmick. That is technology that could genuinely save a life. Sales are expected to begin in July, and the timing is interesting. The current BMW X5 is approaching the end of its cycle, but a new generation is also on the way. Meanwhile, Audi's larger Q9 will soon join the lineup, so the luxury SUV battle is about to become much more intense. But now we want to hear your opinion. Does the new Audi Q7 finally have enough personality to beat the BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE? Would you choose the standard V6 or go all in on the 591 horsepower SQ7? Let us know in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe for more of the latest cars, technology, and performance machines.